It's Eminem, baby. Back up in that motherfucking ass. One time for your motherfucking mind. We represent the 313. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they don't know shit about this. For the 9-6. Hey, yo.
What up, Buzz fam? We back with another Beers Bars video. I'm Casey.
Score.
We got Eminem on the track.
Yeah, I'm Infinite. You know, so we wanted to like dig way back into the crates though, like with this one right here, just to see like what Eminem songs, you know, we haven't heard or whatever though, you know.
So we went to the most reliable source in the world, Buzz fam, ChatGPT. And we said, what are some underrated Eminem songs? And we were looking for ones that neither of us had heard of. And this one came up, and I guess it's from Infinite from 1996.
Yeah.
So if you guys have heard anything else that you think we should check out from Eminem that's probably underrated, we haven't heard, because I mean Eminem's got hundreds and hundreds of songs. Help us out. Let us know what we should check out. If you're new here, welcome. But let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's see what he got.
Let's go.
Back in 96.
96 time frame.
Almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
About this for the 9-6. Hey yo, my pen and paper cause a chain reaction to get your brain relaxing. A zaniac, the maniac in action, a brainiac in fact, son. You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run.
You know what? Like right off the bat, right there, you know, it reminds me of the guy that would be featured on the you know, on a few of Nas's songs. His name was AZ. Like the voice. Like the voice is like real sound, you know, very similar, you know, to each other, and especially just like how like the you know, just like his delivery is and everything too. It like really does kind of, you know, kind of like I'm sounding like I'm AZ's voice in a way though, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You mainly lack attraction. You look insanely whack when just a fraction of my tracks run. My rhyming skills got you climbing hills. I travel through your mind into your spine like siren drills. I'm sliming grills of roaches with spray to disinfects and twisting X of rappers to this spinal column disconnects. With this index and check the monologue. Turn your system up, twist them up and indulge in the marijuana smog. This is the season for noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation.
I like the way he was still able to put the verse together and do all this stuff. But what I'm noticing is like just how like far he has come, like as an artist, and like it makes me feel like we do not, and I don't mean me and you specifically, but it's like we as a society, we are holding some of these new artists to an extreme standard, right? Because we are relating them or like comparing them to today's Eminem, right? Or like some of these other artists that like had to go through this part of their
yes, that's right though, you know, like where they were underground, like where everything was raw and stuff like that, man. And then, you know, just kind of like I'm hearing like this flavor, like this vibe and everything, you know, kind of like has like the Pete Rock beat type vibe and stuff like that, and you know, just like I'm old school, like that raw feel though, you know. And it's just kind of just like the starting out, you know, the hunger and everything like that, man, you know.
For noise pollution, contamination, examination of more cartoons than animation. My lamination of narration hits snare and bass in a track for duck rapper interrogation. When I declare invasion, there ain't no time to be staring gazing. I turn the stage into a barren wasteland. I'm infinite. You heard of hell when I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
Yeah, I like that. How he talking about like, yo, I'm getting like put away from murdering this beat. And like that they came and they sent for me and all this kind of thing. He's like, now it's time for y'all to like pray for me or get like ready.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, dude. I just like love this rawness, man. It's just kind of just like back to that vibe, man. You know, where, you know, like it had like the Pete Rock and Seal Smooths and, you know, just like the Gangstars, you know, DJ Premiers and man, and then, you know, like also, you know, like the feel of like the Buck Wild, you know, production too and everything. I'm like, it's just like, I mean, that era right there, man, it's just like, it's like so raw, man, just like so slick with like those types of beats, man. And yeah, man, I miss this era right here, man. Like I miss it a lot. Indeed.
I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But sense in your elite defense. I got some meat to mince, fruit is stomping in 2 feet to rinse. I greet the gents and ladies, I spoil loyal fans. I foil your plans and leave fluids leaking like oil pans. My coiled hands around this microphone are lethal. One thought in my cerebral is deeper than a jeep full of people. MCs are feeble, I came to cause some pandemonium. Battle of pandophonium, MCs a standalone one.
And he's always been able to just like bend things like the way he does it, like
man,
with the leaking oil pan and then like the way he just like effortlessly flows with that, like
man, and then just like the beat of that, yo, what I'm telling you, man, man, I'm saying, man, it's just like stuff like this, man, it just like makes me want to put on the Pete Rock and Seal Smooth album, or like it makes me want to put on, you know, like organized, you know, Confusion type of album or something like that, man, or even throw on, you know, like the old Illmatic though, you know, by Nas or whatever, man. It's just, man, it's just like these types of vibes right here, dude. You know, like the beat nuts and just, I mean, I'm just saying, man, it's just like all of this stuff right here, man. It's just like, man, it's been captured so well, man.
Yep.
Pandemonium, battle of pandophonium, MCs a standalone one. Imitator, intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator. There's never been a greater since the burial of Jesus. Fuck around and catch all the venereal diseases. My thesis is smash stereo to pieces. My acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis.
Yeah, man. And then you could kind of, but I'm saying, man, you know what I'm especially just like I'm during like this time right here, you know, I could kind of like tell, you know, he's definitely studied, you know, groups like the Far Side.
Yep.
He studied Souls of Mischief, and then even Nas and AZ. I'm saying this, man. It's just like right now, man. Dude, listen, man. I could play you like a song by AZ, like from like that time right there, man.
And you're gonna hear this,
dude. Like they have like very similar patterns, man. Like in a way, though, you know what I mean?
Well,
but it's just like. But like this is Eminem's kind of, you know, like this is like his
learning
beginnings,
yes, that's
right
what I mean.
there, and it's just like he's learning, you know, like he's like crafting, you know, his skill set, man, you know, from like some greats that were like around that time right there, though, you know what I mean? And so like you could definitely like I'm hearing in his music, like I'm even like when it got to, you know, the Slim Shady song, like when I first heard that right there, I was already thinking about. Yeah, man, this is like Far Side influence. Like this is, you know, Souls of Mischief, you know, type of influence in a way, though, you know, or like whatever, man. But yeah.
And it's crazy to think like the Eminem that we have today, or even like when he was like in his like 8 Mile time frame, right? And like Shady LPs and all this stuff, and Eminem show and all that. Like at that point he had like his own signature, right?
Yeah.
But like here, like you're saying, like you can hear all the influences that he used to try to like develop his craft and come up with his own signature. And
I'm exactly, man. I'm saying this, you know what though, and like everybody goes like through that phase. I remember, you know, hearing some of like K-Dot's like earlier like 06, you know, 05 type mixtape stuff, and it's like he had like a lot of the Jay-Z type of influence and everything like that. It's just like he was like still kind of trying to like find himself, though, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, but
it's actually one of the things that it's funny because one of the things that turned me off to Drake initially, like real heavy, because I always just kind of like saw him as like a Lil Wayne copy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the things he was doing early on for me made it sound like I was like, oh, he's like Lil Wayne, but he's not as good as Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then now he's his own thing, right? Like now I like a lot of his music because he's developed his own lane and his own like ability to like craft music and do all this kind of stuff. And I think like around that YOLO album is when I started to like turn like the corner for Drake, right? But before that, I was always just like, man, like I know he was signed by Wayne and all this kind of stuff and like whatever, but like it's the same kind of like thing. You can hear a different artist a little bit in it, and you're like, okay, I see what you're doing, but like,
yeah, man. But it's just like he's just like going through that phase.
Yeah,
I mean, like he's like I'm going through that phase, like where he's like finding himself though, like he's just like I'm honing his own skill set in, and bam, you know, and like eventually, you know, it becomes Marshall Mathers, you know.
Or Slim Shady,
or Slim,
or Eminem, or whichever version of him we've got.
Stereo to pieces, my acapella releases classic masterpieces through telekinesis that eases you mentally. Gently, sentimentally, instrumentally, with entity, dementally, meant to be infinite. You heard
See,
the
that reminds me of the like the Socrates philosophies, though. Like
I'm like I'm Inspector Deck.
Inspector Deck, yeah. The way he like put that whole
exactly,
scheme
man.
together.
Like it's like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm saying this. I'm like he studied like a lot of people, man. That's why like he's like so great though. You know, like he's had like he's had like the Rakims to look up to. You know, the Wu. You know, and just like all kinds of other greats out there, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mentally, instrumentally, with entity, dementally, meant to be infinite. You heard of hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murder.
Yeah, I hear AZ, man. I just like hear it, man.
Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite. I'm evidence, and I've been clever ever since my residence was hesitant to do some shit that represents the MO. So I'm assuming all responsibility, cause there's a monster will in me that always wants to kill MCs. Mike Nessler, slamming like a wrestler, here to make a mess of a lyric smuggling embezzler. No one is specialer, my skill is intergalactical. I get cynical, act a fool, then I send it through back to school. I never backed a tool or acted cool, it wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactical tactful tractical, you fancy.
Wow, man. Just the way he laying that shit down.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It's just like how he's just like laying everything piece by piece, man. Man. It was like so dope, man. Just like how he's doing this, man. And then, damn, man, it's just like, dude, just like them beats again, man. Just like, dude, man.
I wonder at this time in his like young career, like how long it took him to make this, like to write this out and like come up with this. Versus like how long it takes him to like pen a verse now, like what he put down with JID the other day, right? Like with the 19 entendres on top of each other, right? Like and going crazy, like does he spend the same amount of time writing a song as he did then as he does now?
Yeah,
and he's just gotten that good at it, or does it take like a month or two to write what he did with JID versus like maybe a few days or a few hours to write this? Like I would be very curious to see like how his like what his process is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm you know what though, like I'm definitely willing to bet though, like there are songs like where it's just like a freaking 10-minute, and then like there's like other songs like I'm probably like songs that have like so much meaning in them that it's just like, I'm gonna write something, but I want to take my time on this. I want to, I want to come back to it, or hold on, man, I want to erase this. I want to like add that or whatever, though, So I think that there are songs like that do take, like 5 months or whatever because of the type of song it is, though, And it's like you want to make sure that it's like really shaped a certain way or that it hits like a certain way, though, sense. So I think like it's definitely easy for them just like whatever, like a 16.
Verse,
like I think it's like really easy for them, man. But it's just like it all depends on just the depth of it or like how,
or the subject.
It wasn't practical. I'd rather let a tactical tactful you fancy. In fact, I can't see or can't imagine a man who ain't a lover of beats or a fan of scratching. So this is for my family, the kid who had a cameo on my last 10, plus the man who never had a plan B. Be all you can be, cause once you make an instant hit, I'm tensed a bit and tempted when I see the sins my friends commit. I'm infinite. You heard of hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it.
Man, tell you, man.
We're making Court a believer over here.
I'm just saying.
You heard of hell while I was sent from it. I went to it serving a sentence for murdering instruments. Now I'm trying to repent from it. But when I hear the beat, I'm tempted to make another attempt at it. I'm infinite.
Man, I'm telling you, man, these beats, man. I mean, this is like Buck Wild. This is Showbiz. This is, like who else is like out like I'm during that time where like Pete Rock, DJ Premier, man. I mean, just like all of those greats, man. I'm like, dude, like they were making beats like this. Like all that stuff originated, from them. You know what I mean?
Shit's
just
fire.
like, man, yeah, dude. I'm like, it just like takes me right back to that. Straight up. Damn.
All right, Buzz fam. If y'all new here, welcome to the Buzz fam. Hit subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Let us know what other underrated, underground, missed Eminem songs we should check out that we probably weren't hearing because they weren't part of one of like the main albums or whatever. Help us out.
We'll see you on that next show.
Peace.